So what's up, gorgeous babes? I am Gorgeous Mish. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, welcome, and shout out to all my babes that's already watching, y'all. But I'm about to get into this video. Your girl, as you can see, has a clean face, is glowing, and I got the bob life going on, y'all. Shout out to the bob gang. But I'm about to just do a simple makeup look. I'm at home, I'm bored, it's raining outside, and it's just time to do something fun. So I'm just like, maybe I should do some makeup, practice some makeup looks. So that's what I'm about to do. So let's get into this video, y'all. And y'all, like, I don't know if I should do like a Q&A coming up. Like, should I do a Q&A with just myself, or should I do a Q&A with me and wifey, and we just, you know, sit down, have us a little mukbang during the Q&A? So y'all leave down in the comments if that's something that y'all want to see on my channel, because if not, I'm still gonna put it out here. So what y'all gonna do? Fight me about it? Nothing. So I will see y'all when I get upstairs. All right, y'all. So basically, I'm going to go in with my brush that is clean, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this orange eyeshadow that I have to cancel out my darkness under my eyes. And I'm gonna just go in and pat right up under my eye and get all of that covered, because this orange will cancel out the darkness that's under my eyes. I know sometimes you see people using red, and when I just took my class, I learned you can also use orange, and I actually like the way the orange cancels out better than the red. So all right, that's what I'm basically about to do right up under my eyes, y'all. So I'm not gonna take too long. I'm probably gonna end up zooming this part up. You know I'm a big under eye person. We're not even gonna get into all of that. So my next step I want to do is go in with my concealers, which I have this one from the beauty supply, and it's in the shade Fawn, the RK by Kiss. And today I'm going to be using my Fenty foundation as well. Shout out to Rihanna, and this is not sponsored, but y'all, I would love to. Love to. Also, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. pencil. So I'm just going to kind of go through a brief. So I am going in with these 3 concealers that I'm going to use. I'm just going to go through a run through of what I'm going to use. I have this e.l.f. pencil that I'm going to use for my brows. I have my translucent powder and my Laura Mercier powder that I'm going to use as well. My Wet n Wild finish spray. I have my Fenty Beauty, and this is not sponsored, but this is my Fenty Beauty that I'm going to use on my face. It's the foundation. And this is the shade. So I also have my pressed powder from Fit Me as well. And we about to get into it. So let's just get into this, y'all. I know y'all can see my little dresser. I gotta clean my dresser off too. But I have a cream blush as well. That is just like from the beauty supply store. So I usually mix it in with a little bit of my eyeshadow that's in the color pink, or I use a maroon eyeshadow to kind of give me that blush look that I want, and then I'll go back in it with my powders over it. So all right, y'all, let's get into this really fast. This is like a spare of the moment, like, makeup tutorial that I decided to do. So y'all bear with me, because it might be all over the place. But let's get into it. So this is my e.l.f. Camo concealer. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Fawn, which is, I'm going to put them on my hand, y'all, because I feel like when you have them on your hand, you kind of warming it up so that it can go on your skin the way that it needs to. And then you also can see it outside the bottle, outside the container that it comes in. And you can kind of see what colors you really need to apply first. Because obviously you're not going to put the real bright color on first, because you know dang on well that's going to smear all over, because it's way lighter than the complexion you need. So I do have a clean face, as I explained in the beginning, and I think I'm going to put my bonnet on, y'all. Alright, y'all. I got the bonnet on. Pull the little hairs to the back. Get it on there, right, Jack? There we go. Bonnet, giving bonnet. Alright. So now I want to go in with my brushes. My concealer brush. So let me grab that. I don't think it gave me the actual color of this one. So I don't even know what to call this. We just going to call that shade number 3. Alright, so as you can see on my hand, I don't know if you guys can see it real good because I got this light going on. I don't have my ring light, it's at the shop. But I have the really pale color, then I have skin like, and then I have a lighter color. So I'm going to go in first with the middle color, which is the color that we said we don't know. So color number 3. And we're going to go right here. You want to get that right up under there. And you don't really need to push it really close to your eyelid because that's going to spread out. So I just want to get a nice little stroke up under there and let that sit. So as y'all can see. So I'm going to pat the rest of this off on my hand so that I could kind of get like a clean brush on the other side. Even though I really don't care that my concealer brush is really that clean, because it's going to do the whole concealer look anyways. Alright, so now you want to go into shade number 2, which is the skin like, I'm sorry, not the skin light. You want to go into shade number 1, which is the lightest color ever, and you want to go into that corner eye right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that product, and I'm going to put it next to that color, the shade that I already placed on there. I would say my middle shade. Shade number 3. So, as y'all can see. And I'm going to try to move really quickly because I noticed that some of my products will dry up fast. So, I got to move a lot faster, which is the e.l.f. The e.l.f. be drying so fast, y'all. Y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all experience that too. Like, it just dries really fast and you got to move quickly. So as y'all can see, I'm not putting it on super heavy. When I am dabbing it on my brush and on my hand, I am taking another pat off, and then I go in with the color I need. Because a little goes a long way when it comes for makeup, so you want to make sure that you're not overdoing it. It's been super muggy outside, so super humid, I say. So you don't want to do too much and then be out here looking like a cakey monster. But you do want to cover up those areas that's a concern for you. So now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to take the lighter color and I'm going to go around my mouth where I see those problems that I really don't care for. So like where I had my piercing at, I cover up. I cover up a little bit on the other side where I see the little dark spots. And you don't even need too much. There we go. You just want to pat that out, and then you want to go ahead and take that middle color, or sometimes people go with the lighter color if you want a lighter highlight look on your nose and everything. I'm going to go with shade number 3. Yeah, I'm going to remember my numbers next time. And I'm just going to hit the bridge of my nose, the top of my forehead with this lighter color, the middle of my chin, and then I'm going to hit the tip of my nose. Ooh, we in there, y'all. I had to check and make sure we was still in action. So then after that, you want to take it and just wipe it off again on your hand. Some people don't use their hands. They actually use the little plates. I don't have my plates. Again, I'm at home. So I'm going to go into shade number 2, which is a little darker, and I'm going to just create a little cast over that little spot that I created on my forehead, around my nose, and my chin area. So you're gonna go right into that space. Same as your nose, you're gonna go all the way around with that lighter color. With the darker color around the lighter color. You're gonna do the same for your forehead. Make a dot right next to it or within it. So boom. Alright, so like I said, a little goes a long way. So you don't want to do too much or put too much on, because a little goes a long way. So as y'all can see, I still have the same amount from when I put on my hand first, and it's still spreading throughout my whole hand. Look at that. I could almost do a whole face on my hand with just the products that I have on. Alright, so now you want to go ahead and move into your foundation, which again, like I told y'all, I'm using my Fit Me by Rihanna. And I'm going to apply this on with a brush. I'm going to put the product onto my hand again, warm it up. This is the dot of the foundation. I'm trying to keep everything in a different spot so I know where I'm going. So once you get the foundation onto the brush, you want to dab it off a little more, because you don't want to, like we said, a little goes a long way. And then you just want to go in and lay this on your skin as flat as possible. You can even go into them spots and pick it up again where you dab more of the product off on your hand. So like this is where I put the product, and then I went back in and just dabbed right here where I put the extra product. And you just want to go ahead and apply it to your face. So while I'm doing it, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna come back on here and say I hope everybody enjoyed their 4th of July. I hope everybody was safe and everything, because we stayed at home this year, y'all. We did not do nothing. So I'm gonna take this back and make sure I get my forehead down the side for the foundation. Make sure that I'm covering all areas. And as y'all can see, the foundation is completely gone into my skin. This is how you know your girl got a good match, because I didn't get darker. Alright. And some of y'all might be like, that little bitty dot, she ain't even put that much makeup on. You're right, because it's 90 degrees outside. Who finna put all that makeup on? Who finna do it? Who finna do it? Not I. So yeah, you want to make sure that you getting it all on there. And I forgot to tell y'all, I did go in and put my milk on off camera. My camera stopped playing, y'all, and so I went on ahead and put the milk on. So that was already applied off camera. But you want to make sure that you cover all areas that need to be covered to get that full coverage across your skin. And I'm finna get my forehead, because I just feel like not much product got up there. I was too focused on my cheeks and other areas. But alright, now I feel like I have a nice full coverage on my face going. And now it's time to go ahead and get into blending out my concealer. They done sat long enough. And now it's time to go in. So y'all, I did not clean my brush from this weekend, so fight me if you want to, say something if you want to, but whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to spray my brush. I sprayed the camera a little bit, let it get some air. And I'm going to go in and it's time to blend out. So when you're blending, you want to go ahead and blend in because you want that light color to stay right there where it needs to be. So everything needs to stay right where it needs to be. So yeah, we went swimming on was it Saturday? No, I'm sorry. We went swimming on Sunday at my parents' house. And maybe I'll do a vlog like of us going over there going swimming one day. But we went swimming over there and I was like, okay, that's enough. Like I was super tired after that. Like I didn't even want to do nothing on the 4th because we had went swimming the day before, and it was just like, let's just relax. Because my wife had to go back to work on Tuesday, and we was just like, a chill 4th of July is cool. We always up moving around and doing something. So sometimes just taking that time and being still is perfect. So as you guys can see, this side is blended. I'm going to go ahead and go in on this side. And again, you want to make sure you keeping everything in its place where it's supposed to be. And just do what you need to do, y'all. Blend it out. Make sure you're blending right where your concealer is. You don't want to drag it out because then you'll see those strokes. So yeah, we decided to stay at home and just, relax. We actually ended up barbecuing at home. Like one of my wife's friends called and was like, y'all should just barbecue at the crib. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Because we normally go somewhere and like, I'm making mess. We normally go somewhere and it's just like, it's no point. Like, it's really no point of going nowhere because we don't want to really go nowhere. Like, it's not nowhere to go. Everybody was pretty much saying like the beaches was, I ain't even gonna say the beach, like that Silver Beach, because we're closer to a beach out here, that it was gonna be packed and like a lot of people was gonna be up there, and like that it's probably gonna be a little crazy because ain't nobody been nowhere really since COVID, and like this will be like our first like 4th of July like being at the beach. So we was thinking about it, but then we was just like, in the last 2 years, but we was just like, nah, let's just kick it at the crib and make some good food. Then we ain't gotta worry about going back and forth, like, trying to make a plate or nothing like that. We can just go down to the kitchen and have us a bite of what we just cooked. So that's why we chose to stay at home too. So as y'all can see, I'm just blending out the concealer still, because again, it's fat. So like I said, the camo is one that I have to like wet and just keep patting along. Just pat her along. So I'm trying to get pretty close so y'all can see what I mean by you. Just want to make sure that you keep tapping her out. Make sure you show both sides love. And then you want to go ahead and go in with your powders. And one trick that I learned in my class is to, when you're using powders come out really chunky. So if you just keep taking it and shaking it in like this, you'll get the consistency that you want. That fine powder is what you want to go in and set that under eye with. So as y'all can see, I blended it out and then I went right in with that powder because I want to set that under eye the way that I want to set it. Okay, boom. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that this other side is blended the way I want it to be blended. It's one little piece and I'm just like, oh. All right, now I'm where I want it to be, so I'm going to go in and set this eye as well. Make sure I'm picking up that fine powder. and just going in and gently pressing it up against it. All right. So yeah, maybe next year we'll plan to like go somewhere, like to like a different state or something like that to celebrate our 4th, because we did not want to do it around. I mean, we just didn't really want to go nowhere around here at that. Like, it was fine to like celebrate it around here, but to like actually go somewhere, like we went somewhere on Saturday, like my family threw like a backyard barbecue, and we went there on Saturday. So like, yeah, I was like tired from just doing that stuff already, because I'm like, man. Excuse me. So now you want to go in and hit your chin and your forehead. You want to do your nose last, because you want your nose to have the least product on it, like less product. I forgot to put a little bit on my nose. I will say that. So yeah, you want your nose to like have the least product on it, because we sweat there first. So you don't want your nose having all that product on it, and then you like go sweating, and then you're like, why my nose sweating first? Well, because you put all this product on your nose. So don't put so much product on your nose and you won't have all that sweating, girl. I'm telling you. Alright, so I'm going to blend out my chin. And I'm just using that same concealer brush that I used to blend out my concealer. And you just want to keep it right in the same space, right there on your chin where you put it, where you placed it. You don't want to move product, so just a light tap. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to talk, because when I'm talking, it's like moving my product. So, and if you make it too big, you can always go in with the foundation brush that you used in the beginning and just clean it up real soft. Take away the lines from around it, make it look real nice and blended. Alright, so you want to do the same thing for your forehead. Just take that area, go in, get her all blended out. I'm going to cut my light on, because I see it's getting dark up in here. So you want to take that and blend it out as well. Get it blended how you want it. Alright. So now you want to go back in with your powders. Everything that is cream, you want to set it with a powder, because that's how you get the look you want to achieve without sweating up a storm, y'all. So same, I want to go in here and here, because I just used a powder in those areas. So again, like I said, if you go too big, go too big in your spots, you want to go around it, and you want to blend those lines with the foundation brush that you used in the beginning. So like, I just closed that off, and I fixed my chin area, just going around and hitting it with the foundation brush. Alright, so to keep my face hydrated, I have a rose water I'm gonna go grab and just and move on to the next step. So I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, I am back. I put my little rose water, and this is, y'all, I had it for a minute. It's got makeup all over it, but it's just a facial spray to keep you hydrated. I love this rose water. I use it all the time. I actually need to switch the bottle because it don't spray right, y'all. It sprays like chunky, so I couldn't even spray it on my face. And if y'all know what I mean, like, it's spitting out like crazy. Let me show you. Y'all seen it? Like, it's crazy. Like, your whole makeup will be like all moved around on your face. Alright, so let's get back into this look. Alright. Alright, so now since we have our nose already together, we want to go ahead and take a brush that we're going to use. And I'm going to use my contour brush that I used earlier. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to, you know, wipe it up against my skin. Get all the extra product off that doesn't need to be used. And you want to do that until you can really not see not much of that product. So I just, you guys can see I'm just steady wiping And then now I'm barely seeing any product come off of this brush. So I'm just going to gently go in and tap it out on my nose. Tap this product out on my nose. And again, you want to keep it in that same spot that it was already in. You don't want to create anything. So as y'all can see, I'm being a little mouse. Mouse good. Oh, that just fell in that grease on my lip. So again, wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off. I don't want no greasy nose. Alright, so you want to just continue to pack that product in where it is. Don't move it around. Get that nose nice and buttony. Alright. And then, like I said, you want to make sure you just tap that bridge of that nose where you placed the concealer before. So now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to take the rest of my foundation brush and go in to my nose like this. Same on the other side. Cleaning that up. Then I'm going to go ahead and take another brush and I'm going to contour the outlining of my nose. Let's get into it. So I have a dark brown eyeshadow that's located in my palette. This palette is a BH Cosmetic. I've had it for quite some time. As y'all can see, my little case is broke. But I'm going in with this dark brown shade. As y'all can see, I've been tearing it up too. I love a brown eye. I've done the brown glossy eye look, lid. I should do that today. I think I might do that one. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to contour one side off camera. And then I'm going to try to go in and do the other one on camera, y'all. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. But yeah. Alright, so you want to get in that corner of your eye. Like right here in the bridge of your nose. And you just want to start swiping that down into and follow along your nose really. Like if you really want that really slim contour look, then you know you have to bring your lines in a lot closer to get that really snatched nose. If you guys could see. Alright, so now that I have that blended, I have this really cool tool that I like to use. And I take it into my eyebrows. That's how I know if I didn't like lined it up real good. Because if I got it into my eyebrows and it went straight into that, like, I'm in there. So, as y'all have seen in my other makeup videos, my favorite little tool that I got from the Dollar Tree. Alright, so I'm going to hit that also with a little bit of my finishing powder. Let it air out a little bit. Pet your wheel, pet your. What's your way? Take up on it. Alright, y'all. I ain't going nowhere but finna have a bee face. Alright, so then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to rock it off of my nose. Like, literally. Like, you don't want to do too much. Because, again, product will move. You have not set this, so you do not want it to go nowhere. So, yep. And I haven't even done, like, my contour and my blush. None of that stuff yet. So, now I want to go in and I want to take this same contour little brush that I used and just continue to tap that out and make sure that I'm not leaving a smaller nose than what my nose really is. So you just want to blend those areas out. Gonna go on my, make sure I get my button nose together. Like I said, if it's too much or you did use too much product, you can always go back in and just clean it up with your contour brush and your contour brush that you use when you were cleaning up your eye makeup, your under eye makeup. Alright, so now since I have my nose contoured all the way out the way I like it, it could be a little less noticeable, I would say, for me. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I'm going to go in. I'm going to set this as well with my Fit Me powder. And I'm going to go in. Like I said, you want to shake to pick up them fine powders to go in and give you that finished look you want. So I am back in y'all, I'm working on storage again, but I completed my eyebrows. And like I said, if you want a more detailed tutorial, but now I'm going to go in with my Cheeks by BB. And y'all, I love this because it gives me the nice glow I'm looking for. And like I told y'all before, that pink that I'm looking for in my cheeks, I always go right back in again. Boom. It gave it that set that I needed it to give. And that's about it. Then I go in and just shake it all off. Just take it right up the cheek. And then I'm going to go in again with some gold. Get my cheeks back its little shimmer. Do a little shimmer. So I'm just gonna fill my eyebrows in, and obviously this is where we are at with my face. And so make sure your eyebrows are smooth, and you just want to go along your eyebrow hairline. You want to make sure you get your line straight. I have seen multiple TikToks where it teaches you how to do your eyebrows. If you want a more detailed video, I will gladly give you one of those. But I like to create fake hair-like strokes in the beginning of my eyebrow so that it looks more realistic. Then I go in and go ahead and start filling it in. I always bring my pencil, y'all. You want to make sure that you create that.
Bad bitch every day like Christmas. Attitude don't fuck you, pay me. It take more than